We don't need leaders who think for themselves and their families alone, says Gumi. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got to hear this morning. As I hear headline for this morning says that we don't need leaders who think for themselves and their families alone, said Gumi. Chakar Ahmed Gumi, a well-known Islamic cleric, said that for Nigeria to advance, it needs outstanding leaders. He said that Nigeria continues to seek outstanding leaders who are polite and dedicated to the welfare of the populace rather than their own selfish interests. Newsflash report that Gumi made this submission while speaking at an event in the honor of Major General Abdul Malik Jubrin, retired, and Baragida General Abdul Gumi, who recently got government appointment. Nigeria is greatly in search for great leaders to lead this country. We need well-trained and well-mannered people who genuinely want to assist others, not just themselves. People with good qualities and characters should be pushed into leadership position in this country. Well, not the kind of leaders we have in the part of the country who only thinks for themselves and their families, he said. The cleric lamented that insecurity has significantly affected states like Zamfara, leading to poor education and instability in some communities. Meanwhile, a former deputy national publicity secretary of NISA in the bush, Shooks Igbeogu, has said that former military head of state Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida IBB new book, A Journey to Service, confirms that the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup but aimed at making the late Saga Obafemi Awolowo a prime minister. Bagida in his book has dismissed claim that the 1966 military takeover was an Igbo coup. He said the head of the 1966 coup, Kaduna Nzeugu, spoke Hausa fluently and was more North than Igbo. Reacting, Ibugu insisted that Nigeria must apologize to Igbos for wrongly interpreting the history. And that was what I was said here concerning this headline today this morning, which says that we don't need leaders who think for themselves and their families alone, says Gumi. And that was what I was said here. And before I move on, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, the best you can do right here right now is to tap that subscribe button here with notification bell. So anytime I have any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it ASAP. We don't need leaders who think for themselves and their families alone, says Gumi. Well, Gumi is actually right though. I mean, Nigerians are tired of all these bad leaders here and there. Like seriously. And a lot of Nigerian leaders, they're just here, you see, they're just here to bite from the cake. They don't want to add anything to the cake. They're just here to just lose their own money and get out too. And Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, a well-known Islamic cleric, said that for Nigeria to advance, it will need some outstanding leaders, which of course is true. For Nigeria to advance further, we will need some high, good, outstanding leaders. And he said that Nigeria continues to seek outstanding leaders who are polite and dedicated to the welfare of the populace. But we see some bad fish, some bad ships in this Nigeria. Even though we have a good leader, some bad ships around it we want this administration to be to spoil. That is just it. Well, Newsflash report that Gumi made all this saying while speaking at an event in honor of Major General Abdul Malik Shubrin, retired Babangida General Abubakar, who recently got government appointment. He said all this. He said we need leaders who would think for the populace, think for the betterment of the people, and not for his or herself. Because Nigeria is greatly in search for great leaders who will lead this country, we need the well-trained and well-mannered people who genuinely want to assist others, not just for themselves. We need people with good qualities and characters, and we need people who would be pushed into leadership position that will be for the betterment of this country. Yes, we need people with good qualities and characters, and they should be pushed into leadership position in this country. Not the kind of leaders that we have in the parts of the countries who only think for themselves and their families, especially the northern leaders. Well, the cleric lamented that insecurity like the ones in Safara is leading to poor education and instability in some communities. Yes, in some communities. And if the federal government cannot address that insecurity, I'm telling you, Benny, Zamfara, people like places like Zamfara will just be dry lands. I mean, the northern part of Nigeria is like one of the most poorest regions. Like what am I saying is one of the, it is the most poorest region in the country. Like seriously, what is really affecting the northerners is that they had that insecurity that have not solved for a very long point in time. I keep saying that if the federal government is willing to spend GDP money into defense, I mean, insecurity will be something a thing of the past. A thing of the past. But all of them just want to embezzle. They keep embezzling money that was supposed to use to upgrade the Nigerian army, upgrade this, upgrade that. I mean, just to counter insecurity or bring foreign aid to wipe out all those bandits, defend our borders, tighten the borders. But they won't. I mean, they won't. Meanwhile, a former Deputy National Publicity Secretary of Organizing the Chuks said that the former military head of state Ibrahim Baginda's new book, A Journey to Service, confirms that the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup but aimed at making the late stage Obafemi Awolowo a prime minister. Everybody knows that, yeah, it was not an Igbo coup. The reason why the Nigerian government in the early 2000s labeled it an Igbo coup is for reasons that only them and God know. I'm telling you, it's for reasons that only them and God know. Yes, a a lot of people have said that it is not an Igbo, it is not an Igbo coup, it's just a military coup. Even the leader of the coup, that Igbo man, himself, he speaks Hausa, he does not even speak Igbo. So I think concerning his own biography, he lived mostly in the northern part of the country. But in summary, it was not an Igbo coup at all because the people who were fighting it was Hausa people, military, even the Yorubas were involved in that coup concept. Well, one of these comment in the comment section that I have here. One before Ahmadi said that we don't need leaders who prioritize their religion more than constitution. Mr. Middleman terrorist Tinubu has spoiled markets. Nobody is hearing from him again. I mean, some leaders alone themselves they like their religion more than the people. Let me take Buhari as an example. Buhari was fielding only Northerners into his administration, though. And people were like, okay, fine, only Northerners, right? Although a lot of people do not like to say, why will you be packing only Northerners, only people from the north, north. But it's not only Northerners. Buhari was a selective human being. He wanted only Northern Muslim, not even Northern Christian. And Buhari liberated Nigeria as a Muslim country. Yes, as a Muslim country. And that is bad. That is bad. Well, Olusegun Ajayi said that when did you arrive from Zambiza Forest? I don't even know. This Gumi of a man gone self. I mean, he has been linked to a lot of terrorist activities, especially in the northern part of the country. Like, do you remember the part that Gumi told the federal government that we should negotiate with bandits? Negotiate with bandits? Bandits that were supposed to spray them with bullets and let them die. Yeah, me see, Darian said that you still have F13 to talk. You that is supposed to have been locked up since. Appeal. What do you guys think? Tell me. Drop a comment in the comment section and don't forget to leave a like on the video. Then tap the subscribe button as bigger done with the notification bell so that anytime I have any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.